Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Seprod Group recorded a marginal decline in profit during the second quarter of its financial year. Between April and June, net profit amounted to $661 million. Now that's a $7 million decline when compared to the corresponding period in 2020. However, Seprod's revenue increased by 8% to $10.25 billion. Meanwhile, CEO of Seprod Group Richard Pandohi continues to lament the rising cost of freight and its impact on the company's supply of goods. Now, this has also impacted Seprod's pricing mechanism to customers. And now, Mr. Pandohi says the expansion of the company's warehousing capacity to about 270,000 square feet is on track for completion by the end of the year. Now, the project is costing Seprod roughly $2.5 billion. Now, some more company news. Cygnus Real Estate Finance Company says it does not plan to go back to the equities market to raise more money in the short term. Now, Chief Investment Officer Jason Morris made the disclosure at the company's initial public offering IPO launch on Friday.
The money that we are raising is nowhere in shape or form close to the amount of money we need, which means we don't have a problem deploying out the capital. That's the first thing. Second thing, we won't be coming back to the market for APO money in, say, the next 12 or so months. Because we first we have Spanish penwood, which is grown on. We need to complete that in the next 12 or so months. We have one Belmont that we're going to break ground on very shortly. We need to complete that in, say, the next 24 months. When we exit those assets, we will get back that cash that we invested. And that will then be utilized to refinance, invest into other projects.
Now, the company's IPO to raise $3.9 billion opened on Friday. Investment company First Rock Capital Holdings has raised 700 million Jamaican dollars in corporate bonds. The company announced the closure of the instrument. Its medium-term secured 7.5% bonds due 2026. The company plans to use the additional capital to continue its regional expansion strategy in Costa Rica, Cayman, and Guyana. Now on to currency. Banks and cambios are selling the US dollar for an average $154.83. The Canadian is going for $125. It's costing $214.78 for the pound, while the euro is trading at $185.34. The JSE index declined by 853 points, while the junior market index declined by 32 points. Among the winners were Trans-Jamaican Highway US dollar shares, Portland JSX, Seprod Group, Kingston Properties, and Eppley's 7.5% preference shares due 2024. Now on the losing side were General Accident Insurance, 138 Student Living Jamaica, Key Insurance, First Rock Capital Holdings US dollar shares, and Cygnus Credit Investment US dollar shares. And that's the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Good evening.